Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and today we've got the Sinnoh Gym Leader Candice going up against the Galar Gym Leader Bede.
Candice Dixie?
Anyway, Candice is running the Mega Obama Snow. Bede's got the G-Max Hatterene. We saw Bede back in round 1 decimate Drasna. Dragons don't do well against fairies. But once these trainers are ready, we can begin match number 91, I think it is. Candice leading off with that Abomasnow, starting up the hail as Bede leads off with that Sylveon. Abomasnow, pretty common lead for hail teams. Sylveon starting off with that light screen as Abomasnow sets up the Aurora Veil. Candice switching out to the Cloyster. Sylveon going for Moonblast, gonna deal 2/3 to Cloyster. Not going to enjoy that much. Cloyster going for that Shell Smash, getting the boost, White Herb, healing everything up, but it does not survive another Moonblast. Candice sending out the Regis. That's how I'm going to pronounce it this match. Sylveon going for a Psyshock, dealing 14% as Regis goes for that Amnesia. That Ice Body is going to be healing up Regis as the Sylveon takes more damage from that hail. Now it's a quarter of health right now, thanks to just that hail alone. Sylveon going for another Psyshock. Going to do about the same damage to Regis as it goes for a Blizzard, getting 17% off. Hail is stopped, the Aurora Veil is stopped. These two are slowly whittling each other down. So Psyshock's doing a lot more thanks to that Aurora Veil being gone. Regis going for the rest. Eating the Chesto Berry, waking up. Psyshock still doing a quarter of damage. Thunderbolt's doing only 9%. So with that light screen gone, it should be doing a lot more. Candice sitting out the Heatran as Sylveon sets up another light screen. Heatran going for the Flash Cannon with a crit, takes out that Sylveon. Bede's first Pokemon finally down after 10 turns. Both trainers now have 5 Pokemon, and Bede has, I believe, 5 turns of light screen once the Pokemon switch out. Or 6 turns. Don't listen to me. Flash Cannon doing about 17% as Reuniclus goes for a Calm Mind. Reuniclus go for Shadow Ball as Candice switches out to the Venusaur. Getting that Sleep Powder on Reuniclus. Pretty big for Candice. As she goes and sends out that Abomasnow. Reuniclus waking up, Psychic's gonna do a little less than half to Abomasnow. Psychic doing it even more, but still not taking out Abomasnow, as it sets up the Aurora Veil. Candice switching into that Frostlass as Reuniclus goes for a second Calm Mind. Frostlass with the Blizzard gonna do about 20% as Shadow Ball misses the Reuniclus, and Frostlass goes for that double team, raising that evasion. Shadow Ball is going to be hitting that Reuniclus, getting a special defense drop on it. Same with Reuniclus to Frostlass. Shadow Ball dealing 42% as another Shadow Ball takes out that Frostlass. Candice is down 2 Pokemon right now, as Bede's not really showing off his team. Picks one Pokemon and just rolls with it, and it seems to be working out well for him. Candice sending back out that Heatran, going for Dark Pulse, gonna take out that Reuniclus. Sending in the Rapidash here. Candice switches out to that Abomasnow and takes that Drill Run, causing Abomasnow to faint, leaving Candice with 3 Pokemon left. Venusaur, Regice, and that Heatran. Sending out the Venusaur here, as Bede switches out to that Gothitelle, and that Sleep Powder does miss it. Venusaur going for another Sleep Powder and missing again, as Psychic takes out that Venusaur. Candice sending out the Regis on 3/4 of health. Thunderbolt's going to do 15% as Regis goes for an Amnesia. Ice Putty will be healing up Regis just a little bit every turn, as Blizzard deals 42%, but that Hail has stopped, so no more bypassing the accuracy checks. Thunderbolt is still just barely whittling down this Regis, as Regis misses its own Thunderbolt. Regis going for a rest here, healing all the way back up. It's got one more turn of sleep, as it will wake up this turn. Regis setting up another Amnesia, getting paralyzed from that Thunderbolt, as Regis's Thunderbolt does take out that Gothitelle, bringing Bede down to 3 Pokemon left. Bede sitting in that Rapidash on 85% health. Drill Run's gonna do 27% to it. Thunderbolt with a crit takes Rapidash down to 7%. Smart Strike does take out the Regis, as the Life Orb finishes off that Rapidash. Currently 1v2 right now. Bede sitting in the Hatterene as Candice sends out that Heatran. This is Bede's Gigantamax Pokemon here, his gimmick for the tournament. Going ahead and Gigantamaxing. Flash Cannon is going to do a little over a quarter to Hatterene, as Max Darkness deals 54% and gets the special defense drop. Flash Cannon going to do another quarter, as Max Darkness finishes off that Heatran. And Bede takes game number 1. We didn't see anything from the Gardevoir. We saw quite a few moves from all of the other Pokemon. As for Candice's team, we only saw one move from Abomasnow, Venusaur, and Cloyster. All the others, we saw multiple moves of. We are back on the field for game number 2, and we'll see if Bede will move on to round 3, or if Candice is going to take this to a game number 3. Candice leading off with that Venusaur, as Bede leads off with that Gardevoir. Not looking good for Venusaur, as Psychic OHKOs it just straight out of the gate. Candice sitting out that Regis. Quite the special defense tank. As we saw last game, taking like not even 10% from Gothatel's Thunderbolt. Regis setting up into Amnesia, doubling that special defense. Thunderbolt gonna do 9% to Sylveon. Psyshock doing a quarter to Regis, thanks to it going off of defense instead of special defense. As Candice switches out to that Abomasnow. Starting up the Hail. Mega Evolving. Moonblast is going to do 41% and get the special attack drop as Abomasnow goes for that Aurora Veil. Shadow Ball going to do 12% as Blizzard with the Grit and the Hail takes Sylveon down to 2%. Meaning it will be knocked out this turn. Moonblast going to do 12% as Sylveon falls to that Hail. And Rapidash takes its place. Candice switching out to Frostlass. Spark Strike gonna do 41%. The Hail has ended, and there's one turn of Aurora Veil and Light Screen left. Shadow Ball gonna do a little over a quarter to Gothitelle as both screens wear off, and Shadow Ball now doing 54%, and Dark Pulse taking out that Frostlass. Candice sending out that Heatran here. I don't think we saw much from it, but Dark Pulse does take out the Gothitelle, revealing another move on this Heatran. As Bede sends out the Hatterene. We saw that this is what took out the Heatran last game. Dynamaxing and going for that Max Darkness, finishing off the Abomasnow. Candice sending out the Regis. This thing might be able to take a few hits from this G-Max Hatterene. Going for Amnesia. Max Flare gonna do a little over a quarter to Regis as it sets up the Sun. Regis going for the rest, waking up with that Chesto Berry as Hatterene goes for Max Mindstorm and sets up the Psychic Terrain with that Sun. Regis going for another Amnesia. Mystical Fire going to lower that special attack as well as dealing 17.7% to Regis. Just lowering the special attack abysmally. Regis going for another rest, healing up. Dark Pulse gonna do 5%. Regis just snoozing away as it's losing all special attack. Soon it's now just gonna start relying on crits as it maxes out its special defense. Regis is at +6 special defense, -6 special attack. This thing is just tickling Hatterene. I'm not gonna say that sounds weird, but they're just slowly whittling each other down. It's more of just who gets the status condition first. Psychic lowering that special defense. Regis going for another rest. Bede having enough, switching out to the Rapidash as Candice switches out to that Cloyster. Smart Strike only going to do less than a quarter to Cloyster. It had enough of the stalemate. It's already turned 32. It's 3v4 right now. Bede switching out to that Gardevoir as Cloyster sets up that Shell Smash White Herb combo. getting ready to wreak havoc here. Icicle Spear gonna take out that Gardevoir, doing massive amount of damage to it. Bede trying to think of what to send out for this. Sending out the Hatterene. Icicle Spear gonna take out the Hatterene. Bede sending out the Reuniclus now. Icicle Spear gonna take Reuniclus down to 22% as Psychic takes out that Cloyster. Bede's saving grace here as Candice switches into that Heatran. Candice just has her legendary Pokemon left. Heatran and Regis. Don't even know how she got these two. Flash Cannon's gonna take out that Reuniclus, and it's just down to Rapidash here. Flash Cannon does take out Rapidash, and game 2 goes to Candice, which means we'll be going on to a game number 3. From before Bede's Pokemon, we only saw one move. We saw all of the moves from Sylveon, and then from Candice's moves, we saw nothing from Venusaur. And then everything except Regis was only had like 1 or 2 moves shown off. But we are back here for game number 3. Final game of the match, match 91. And we're gonna see who will move on to round 3. Candice leading off with that Heatran, Bede with that Sylveon, that very defensive Sylveon. Flash Cannon is gonna do 58% to that Sylveon. Heatran not even gonna waste time getting that thing out of there. This Flash Cannon now doing just a quarter to Sylveon, as Shadow Ball does a little bit more to Heatran. A third Flash Cannon does finish off that Sylveon, which means no more Light Screen, I think, for the rest of the match. Which means these 5 turns are all that's left. Bede sitting in that Reuniclus. We saw this thing was pretty bulky. It took 5 Icicle Spears and lived. Setting up the Calm Mind as Candice switches out to Venusaur, getting the Sleep Powder off on that Reuniclus, putting it to sleep. Now we just wait and see what this Venusaur can do while this Reuniclus snoozes away. Switching into the Cloyster as it wakes up, Psychic taking out the Cloyster. Very unfortunate for Candice. Candice switching into that Abomasnow here, setting up the Hail. Mega Evolving, Reuniclus going for a Calm Mind as Abomasnow sets up the Aurora Veil and the Blizzard. Reuniclus stacking Calm Minds. Another Blizzard does take out that Reuniclus. And it's currently 5v4 right now. Candice is in the lead. Bede sitting out that Hatterene here. Gonna Gigantamax that Hatterene. Blizzard's gonna do 21% to it as Max Flare brings it down to 88%. That Aurora Veil is saving it. But that Sun will be devastating for Candice's Ice types and Venusaur. Switching in the Venusaur, taking a Max Darkness for a quarter and getting that special defense drop. Venusaur with the Sludge Bomb gonna get another quarter of damage on that Hatterene before it falls to a max Mind Storm. And Candice sending in that especially bulky Regis here. Switching out to the Rapidash as Regis sets up an Amnesia. We know this Rapidash has Smart Strike. Move to deal with that Regis. Candice switching into that Frostlass, taking that Smart Strike from the Rapidash. Sun ends, and it's just a Psychic Terrain for 2 turns. Frostlass going for a Shadow Ball, does take out that Rapidash, and leaves Bede with 3 Pokemon left. Gothitelle, Gardevoir, and Hatterene. Bede sending in that Gothitelle here. I don't think we've seen it this game. Candice switching into that Abomasnow as it falls to that Dark Pulse, setting up the Hail one last time, and switching the Frostlass in, allowing that Snowcloak to take effect. Shadow Ball going to do 55%. Dark Pulse does hit Frostlass, even through that Snowcloak. Candice switching in to that Regis here. Regis setting up the Amnesia. Gothitelle going for Psychics, trying to chip away at this Regis. Regis stacking up these special defenses. Gothitelle falling to that Thunderbolt. These two are just whittling each other down. Hatterene falling, and Gardevoir is the last Pokemon here. Psychic gonna do 11% and get rid of a special defense boost, allowing it to do more. These two slowly whittling each other down. Regis does fall, and it's just Heatran versus Gardevoir. Heatran with the Flash Cannon takes out the Gardevoir, and Candice on her last Pokemon takes Game 3, which means that she'll be going on to round 3 to fight Kabu. Oh boy. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.